always wondered, like, if when we sleep, we kind of like go into another dimension, kind of like.
So for this episode of Sunday Scaries, I'm really excited because we have a story from a listener. It's actually not even like a story. It's something that's kind of ongoing for her. And it's cool how it all came to be. And she also has an Instagram, so you guys can go check that out too. Her Instagram is Night Vision Files.
I like the name.
If you have YouTube, I would watch this on YouTube because there's going to be pictures along with it. So I don't know how much will make sense if you don't see the pictures. And I suppose I could put them on Instagram, and if you follow her, yeah, and if you follow her Instagram after this, you'll be able to see them too. It's pretty cool.
I like when we have listeners write in. It makes it a lot more fun.
I completely agree. And it's just like real, you know, like you're not just believing someone on the internet. This is like someone you kind
Someone on the internet.
It is someone on the internet.
No, I know what you mean, though. It's not just a random Reddit story.
Exactly. Because those could go either way. What I'm about to read is directly from the listener. My reason for starting any documenting from my night vision capabilities started with the fog and oddities that came in or between frames. The fascination and curiosity began with what I describe as a white horse and a lady riding in a Victorian dress and hat. It's a frame from a foggy night with what appears to be a dog running alongside the horse, all while there's a big skeleton-like image towering over them as if the ghostly horse was startled by the giant as it looks in the image.
Yeah.
I'll post it, and it's almost like when people get, what's that called? An ultrasound, where you kind of have to like search for the images. But once you see it, you see it.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool. So it may have been my imagination at first, but then after looking for strange things, like anyone that would look for shapes and clouds, I began inspecting our night footage that ran 24 hours, 7 days a week. The very reason that turned a hobby into an obsession for both of us was the faces that we saw. Some eerie faces and shapes, some friendly human-like faces, phantom buildings, shadow-like people, troll-like creatures, animals, and more. The creepiest part of the story that pushed me to really document further was the night that my husband had a night terror. It was a foggy night, and the exact moment my husband had the night terror, I felt a sense to look at the camera, and there it was. So she's referring to this picture.
Mm-hmm.
To me, it was clear there was something spiritually attacking my husband. It sounds nutty, but when I started praying over him and my household, these things, the fog, the orbs, kept far and quiet for a while.
Huh. That's interesting. I always wondered, like, if when we sleep, we kind of like go into another dimension. Kind of like, is that Poltergeist where they do that? Or it's one where they, like, I forgot what it is, but they fall asleep. And they can like go between the realms and they get caught. Maybe it's not Poltergeist.
Yeah, it's definitely not Poltergeist.
I'll think of it, but it reminds me of that.
Mm-hmm. So like as he's having all this stuff happen, that's what was going on outside of their house. So that's
creepy.
Crazy. She goes on to say, then I guess I got a little relaxed asking God for protection because I felt I had it. Then things started flying in and appearing. And yes, my husband and I were more drawn to check the backyard and started collecting images over a year or more. Then I chose to share these images by creating the Night Vision Files, which is her Instagram.
Neat.
Yeah, so that's how it all started. And then she sent over the pictures, which I'll share. The man in the circle has been seen 3 different times. And then the last batch of images, one particular is white fog. And if you look closer, you see what looks like a face with closed eyes. So that's the one I showed you, Ashley. I'll put that right here. I saw it and I felt it was more like an angel. But the last one is the most notable, closest to an angel or butterfly people. There's a few different ways to look at what butterfly people are. And one is considered a spiritual or supernatural being. And there was a tornado in 2011. Little kids were were describing what they saw as butterfly people who were glowing winged beings who protected them from flying debris, carried them to safety. People thought there was more like an angelic or guardian-like figures. These figures appear at moments of extreme fear or danger as more of a protector. In some indigenous or cultural stories, butterfly beings appear as messengers from a spirit world or symbols of transformation, rebirth, or actually as the soul. So it kind of depends on culture and the context of describing a butterfly person. So I'm
So they're
assuming
like
that's
protectors. I've never heard that.
I've never heard of butterfly people either. So basically, like you're gonna see in these pictures, like the listener described it, and it's like looking into a cloud. You see things in the cloud. Like it takes a little time to see these pictures, but I mean, if you just think about it, I know like when I look out at our security camera, I've never seen any types of like fogs or streaks or faces or any type of forms in front of my security camera. So I mean, even that alone pretty spooky. And I like the way her story started or her Instagram started, because it wasn't like she set out to see these things, see something and then see something again, see something again and notice a pattern, and it's like ends up being like the same thing over and over again, which is kind of cool how all this, tied together, and she's able to like catch all these things and share them with everyone. Yeah, I've just never seen anything. Like the most thing I've ever seen on one of the security cameras is like a pretty shady looking spider once.
Well, no, remember when you saw that, you thought it was a fairy, but it was like a dragonfly or something?
Oh my God. Oh my God. I was so sure that was the funniest thing. And he was just like derpy.
What it was. Yeah.
It was a wasp.
A wasp, yeah. But
it was like
it's
super
a fairy.
It's so funny. I forgot about that. Oh my gosh. I'll show that too. That was so funny. It was my experience with my short experience with a fairy, I suppose.
Yeah, that's the thing you caught on camera.
Mm-hmm. So that stuff alone is like pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, the pictures are pretty creepy.
Mm-hmm.
Like once you explained it and showed it, I got it.
You really do have to either zoom in or look closely
to
see them, but once you see it, you can't unsee it.
Yeah.
And some of that stuff's like kind of creepy, the faces in there.
Yeah. I look like a rotting corpse. Like, why am I so white? Look how white and like pale and gray I am.
I think it's just your lighting.
I know, but it's natural lighting. You would think it'd be like glowy. Remember the one time when we did this and I was glowing?
Because look, if I change mine.
Yeah, but how'd you do that?
I have a light.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Mine is natural. The last time it was natural, I was like glowing. Now I'm like decaying.
Ew.
Well, look at how
gray. Together, Ashlee. Could you just like get on a video without decaying in front of everyone? It's just like, I know. It's too much.
Anyway, I just never like I like doing the YouTube, but I never like my face on here, and I'm so nervous now because like my complexion is really bad. Even when the sun went down, it even got worse because then it looked more gray. It's fine.
I don't know.
Just for everyone watching us, I'm not dying.
We promise she is not dying or decaying on her end.
Anyway, that was a good story. I like the pictures definitely help, so.
They do. Yeah. That's what I was saying. You almost like have to watch this.
Who wrote into
You're also going to have to watch Ashlee decaying because.
I know. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. No, I totally appreciate it. And she's like got more stuff to share. And she did share some other stuff too. Some pictures. Oh my gosh. I'm going to share them with you, Ashlee, but I think we'll probably share it on like another episode. And some of the things that she shows on her Instagram, it almost looks like a portal or something.
Oh, that's fun.
And I almost wonder if that's why everything shows up by her house. Like, I wonder if she's like near some type of like portal that's she's able to catch all that.
I want to have a guest speaker on at some point. It's someone I work with on bass, but he has some creepy stories. Nothing that's happened to him, but his friends. And he told me the other day, and I'm like, oh, it's so weird. So
yeah.
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 So yeah,
I'd
if
love
you guys
that.
have any more stories, let us know. Write it in or do a voice note and we'll add it in here.
I
Yep.
did see the light go down a little, Ashley, so I know what you're talking about, how you got even...
I know. It like then it brings out the darkness in my eyes, so it just looks like it literally looks like I'm rotting.
It doesn't look as bad as you think it does.
I think it does. My
It
teeth are
doesn't.
almost blending in with my skin. All right. Well, good episode.
Okay,
Thanks
yeah.
for sharing.
Yeah. So thank
done
you
with
for
this
our
lighting.
listener for sharing. Okay, so we'll see you guys next time.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.